This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Coming up this week in San Francisco is the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation. Big old conference of Asia-Pacific countries. President Xi of China will be in town. It's the APEC, A-P-E-C, confab meeting is in San Francisco this year. Actually, it's in San Francisco this upcoming week, Wednesday through Saturday. APEC, follow me? Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation. Leaders from all the countries in the Asian Pacific region are meeting in San Francisco. President Biden will be there as well. Why, you're asking, am I bringing this up? Who gives a damn, you're wondering, Joe? What are you doing? Well, did I tell you that APEC, this gathering, is going to be in San Francisco this week? And I find the whole thing to be really funny. I do. Very funny. Because you've got this big, important, august meeting of world leaders and diplomats and other big, important government officials all meeting in San Francisco this week. Again, did I say including the head of China, President Xi? And you know what San Francisco did? You know what they're doing right now? And they began this last week? They're cleaning all the shit up. San Francisco's cleaning San Francisco up. They're sweeping up all the homeless. San Francisco is getting all the homeless people off of the streets for this 3 to 4 day conference. I don't exactly know what they're doing with all the homeless. There are a lot of homeless people in San Francisco, and San Francisco has always had a very liberal policy when it comes to the homeless. The homeless can be homeless. The homeless can do damn near whatever they want in San Francisco. That's generally how San Francisco has ruled, but not this week. Getting them off the streets because foreign leaders are coming in, going to put them in shelters or do whatever. In fact, they're going to sweep the streets. You know, San Francisco generally has allowed open drug use, and it's not a crime if you openly defecate or take a leak on the streets or the sidewalk, all of this shit. San Francisco has generally been a very wide open, leftist Democrats run San Francisco when it comes to the homeless and doing whatever you want to do out in the streets and no consequences. It's what San Francisco's been, but not this week. I find that funny. I find that really funny. They're cleaning all their bus stops and subway stops and train stations. They're wiping down the streets and cleaning up San Francisco. I swear to God. So it'll be absolutely beautiful and pristine. And you can bet your bottom dollar that the police have been told can't allow any crime, even little minute crime, nothing, right? Nothing, no nothing. Do not allow any sort of street crime anywhere in San Francisco while President Xi from China is in town. You don't find that funny like I do? You don't see the irony in that like I do? Like, why does it take the leader of a communist country to come into town to get rid of all the homeless and clean up the city and get rid of all the drug needles that are out there on the streets and wash down your sidewalks where you allow people to defecate without paying any kind of a price? Why do you only do that, San Francisco, when out of town government leaders come into town. Like, why did it take this Asian Pacific Economic Cooperation big old deal in San Francisco for San Francisco to clean up its streets and to do something about its homeless problem and to do something about its crime problem? Why wouldn't the leaders of San Francisco just make San Francisco this kind of a city all the time? Why wouldn't San Francisco do this for its own people? And people in San Francisco have been complaining now for a long time. Crime's a really big deal in San Francisco. A lot of people leaving San Francisco. A lot of businesses leaving San Francisco. A lot of restaurants have shut down in San Francisco because of the crime situation and the homeless situation and the dirt and the filth. All of that. And a lot of business and people have been leaving the city. Why did the city not clean itself up for its own people? It took President Xi, a communist, to come to town for San Francisco to clean up its streets. I find it funny in a really sad kind of a way. San Francisco is a great city. It's let itself go to pot. And the fact that San Francisco leaders and politicians haven't seen fit to do anything for its own people to improve the quality of life in that city. And so now people are leaving the city, but a bunch of foreign heads of states come in town. And San Francisco does something then. I don't live in San Francisco. If I lived in San Francisco, this story would really piss me off. I'd be pissed off this week. City's going to look really clean this week because foreign leaders are coming into town. That would piss me off if I lived in San Francisco. But you know what? We get the government we deserve. We get the local government we deserve. We get the state government we deserve. We get the federal government we deserve. And the people in San Francisco have generally been voting for these people, the types of government, the types of leaders they want for a long, long, long time. So, hey, joke's on them. Joke's on you all, residents of San Fran. Look at that. They cleaned up your city for the most powerful communist leader in the world, but they didn't clean up their city, your city, for you. That would piss me off. Hey, week's off to a good start. I'm Joe Walsh. This is White Flag with Joe Walsh. My email, all one word, joewalshwhiteflag@gmail.com. joewalshwhiteflag@gmail.com. Make it a good week. Here we go. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.